Time is now 6:30 a.m. I'm going to fish a freaking zoo today. I'm in Lufkin, Texas at the Ellen Park Zoo. Buddy, Mr. Lion. What else we got going on? There's a hippopotamus over here. We'll look at him. Here's Buddy, Mr. Hippopotamus. So I woke up at 4 a.m. to drive 2 hours to get here. I'm probably gonna throw some topwater baits early on, and you know, we'll see if we can catch some big bass on topwater. It is the middle of July, so it is real hot here in Texas. It's about 100 degrees every day since then. Anyways, I'm gonna get to the lake and then get my shit together. All right, I've arrived at the lake right next to the zoo. There's absolutely no wind and it looks super glassy. Looks like we got a buddy coming to join us.
What are you doing? Are you friendly? Hey, I don't have any food for you. Hey, look at that. Quack, 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 quack. Look at him.
I guess that's part number one of the zoo. We got ducks floating around. I think there's gators in this pond too, but there's a path that goes all the way around this lake. So I'm gonna lap this lake maybe a couple times, but I'll show you guys what I'm gonna be using today. I've got a buzz bait tied on, and then I'm gonna use a Daiwa Tatula with a Lou 7'3" heavy power fast action rod. And then I got 40-pound braid tied up on this. I'm feeling very confident about today. There's no one else out here. So let's go. This guy just drove past me. He's got a sticker that says 9/11 was an inside job. Great folks here in Texas, huh? So I have fished this place once before, and I'm pretty confident that there are bass in here. I'm gonna start just throwing along the bank here with this buzz bait. Main reason I'm using the topwater bait, I don't know if it's the most effective bait to be using right now, but it's the most fun bait to be using right now. And if I catch a fish in it, I'm gonna be very excited. Oh shit. That must be a gator, huh? A lot of activity on the surface, so that's usually a good sign for the top water. Got a fresh pair of flops. Broke my last pair when I was in Wyoming. Hopefully these guys do me well. There's a lot of fry floating around here. Ah, fuck. I need to turn these bad boys up. See if I can get something out from under this bridge. The amount of fry in this lake is unbelievable. That could be a bad sign if they're floating out in the middle. Could mean there's a low bass population. Gator crossing, great. There's this like green sheen on top of the water. So that's pretty interesting. Tell you one thing, today is not a day for a bushwhack. That looks pretty thick through there, huh? I just got back from like 10-day trip. I was fly fishing in Wyoming, and man, it was like beautiful. I was driving back from the airport and it was like freaking snowing in the mountains. And then I come here and it's just like, what the hell? 100 degrees at 6 a.m. Summer in Texas is brutal. Caution, gators. Oh, I see a gator right here, right behind the sign. Let's see if we can go bother him. You guys see his head sticking up? He's sitting right under that tree. He's sitting right there. Oh boy. It's probably not that big. Maybe he knows where the bass are. Nothing, man. These aren't very castable locations. Here we go. Oh shit. Oh, look at this, Mr. Turtle. What are you doing? Moved to Texas, they said. The bass fishing will be great, they said. It's hot, man. I'm almost done with a full lap, didn't get anything on the buzz bait. I'm gonna switch the baits up a little bit. I'm gonna tie on a Texas rig with a leader. I have some 15-pound Seagar. This is like the best line you can get. I take off like 6 feet of the Seagar. Maybe a little more for the knots. Okay, got my leader tied on. Grab a tungsten weight. And take one of these Guggen Squad creature baits, undo the little arms. Put the point of the hook through the top of the bait. Slide it all the way up to the top. And then find where that bait lays flat. Curl it up, just like that. Now you got a perfectly straight Texas rig. So I'm gonna keep fishing here for a little bit. I'm gonna fish back to my car, and if I don't get any more bites, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to a different spot. I haven't picked out that spot. I'm gonna show you guys how to find spots in Texas, because there is a little bit of a secret way. Let's get the GoPro strapped back in, and then we'll see if we can catch something. I'm gonna show you guys how to fish a Texas rig. There's 2 main ways to fish a Texas rig. The first way is to kind of hop it on the bottom. So you're gonna take a big long cast, and then you're gonna let the bait sink all the way to the bottom. You know it's reached the bottom when the line falls slack on top of the water. Now that my bait has reached the bottom, I'm gonna pull tight and flick my rod tip up with my wrist ever so slightly. Your goal is to get like a bouncing motion with your rod tip. Once you're done the bouncing motion, you need to let your bait sink back down to the bottom on a slack line. Do this until your bait gets close enough to the bank to reel it back in. The second way to fish a Texas rig is to drag it on the bottom. So this way is a lot more simple than bouncing it on the bottom. Just cast your bait out and let it sink all the way down again. Once it's sunk, all you do is you take your rod tip and slowly and evenly pull straight up. You should feel the bottom when you're doing this. Then reel in the slack, slowly pull again. So that's really the 2 main ways to fish a Texas rig. Fish gotta eat sometime. Alright, well, the fishing sucks here, so I'm gonna find a new spot to go to. I'm gonna show you guys how to find spots in Texas using the Texas Outdoor app. This is the same app that you use for your fishing license in Texas. So you go to where it says where to fish in the main page of the app, and then within, let's say I don't want to go more than 10 miles, Allow it to use my location. Okay, so let's look at Alazan Bayou. That's north of here, and it's a little creek, so it's probably pretty brushy. Don't think I want to do that. Let's look at this pond right here, Jones Park. Okay, so I found a decent pond. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go on Google Maps and then look for Jones Park here. So I'll search for Jones Park on Google Maps. Okay, it looks like it has some decent bank access. It looks like it's wooded too, and a lot more clean if you notice the water's blue compared to the pond I'm at. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go to the spot Jones Park. Looks like a much better lake than where I'm at right now, so we'll see you guys at the pond. So what I found is like the most important thing about a fisherman is persistence. The guy that casts 1,000 times versus the guy that casts 100 times is going to catch 10 more fish. So hopefully I get rewarded if I fish this for a couple hours. I'm not too sure how thick these mats are, so it's going to be pretty hard to walk the frog on top of these mats. But stay tuned, guys. The harder the fishing is, the more rewarding it is to catch a fish. Never be hesitant to throw a frog out in the open water because you don't know what's under there. It's also way easier to walk a frog on open water. See, I'm gonna get over a mat right here and then I'm gonna just stop it for a second. Could be a fish sitting right under those like isolated mats. The hell is that? Giant turtle. Turtles like the frogs. Oh, there's a bass. And what the fuck is that? Fucking like cichlid thing. The fuck? Not looking great for the whole bass fishing thing today. I'm gonna try one more spot via that app I showed you guys earlier, and we'll see if we can catch something. Spot number 2. Jason's Park or Jones Park was a fail. Hopefully we can up the vibes a little more and see if we can catch something, but right now it's hot and it's a grind, so we'll see. I'm at spot number 3 on the day. I'm at Lake Tajas in Southeast Texas. Let's take a look at the lake. It looks really juicy. There's like this little park thing at the end of it, but man, I will tell you guys, the water is clear, like gin clear water. It's a little boggy, which is kind of strange. I fished this spot in the spring in like March and the water was way lower, so it looks like now where the water wasn't, there's like kind of sunken grass there. So hopefully we can catch something. I think given that information, I know what to tie on. I'm gonna tie on a Texas rig big worm, one of those 10-inch worms I showed you guys earlier. Okay, here's the bait I'm gonna use. It's a power bait, power worm. See, it's like in an oil slick color, perfect for this clear water. There's a setup, throwing for big fish today. Looks like it drops off right here. So, make a long cast right into this wind-blown point, and then drag this along the bottom. All I know is that if a big bass sees this fucker, it's gonna be game over. This is right next to this log, and then move it parallel. Oh. Oh. Fuck. Fuck. There was a fish on it. That was a big fish too. God damn it. Look. He ate half my bait. Okay, so I know there's a fish under there. And he wants to take the worm, but he took the end of the worm off. So what I'm gonna do is bite about an inch of this worm off. Put it in there. So it's a little shorter. That should do the trick. Hopefully he's still sitting under there. Throw it right on next to that log. Let it sink to the bottom. Probably won't come back for it. Fuck. Oh, big bass, big bass, big bass. Oh, fuck. Let's see if he'll come back for it. He's right there. Get it right over it. Perfect cast. Okay. It's right next to that PVC structure I was talking about. There's a fish on it, he's gonna bite it. Okay, there's a fish right in front of me. Bring it into him. It's cruising. Drop it. There he is. Let's go. Right on the freaking bank. I saw him. That was clear. That was so sick. Man, what am I saying? Fishing is about persistence. I saw this fish cruising on the bank and he freaking came and whacked my freaking whatever I have on. I don't even know what I have on, but let's go. No, he's a small guy, but man, sometimes it's a grind and it feels good to finally catch a fish. Let's go. Okay, might be able to sight fish for these bastards. Let's see, right next to this. Right next to this thing right here. There's gotta be a fish on it. Yep. Oh. Fuck, took my bait. It's always important before you get on these floating docks to fish around them. Because if there's any fish on them, as soon as you step on them on the dock, you're gonna spook them. So it's a great spot for a bass to sit under this hot day. Spooked them. Right under the docks, that's where they are. Oh! That was a big fish, that was a big fish. Okay, last spot before I leave this place, call it. I'm gonna fish off this dock. There was a guy fishing here earlier this morning for a while, but he was throwing a rattle trap. He told me what he was throwing. So I don't think I'm gonna, probably won't have any luck, but you never know. Let's see if oh, there's a big ass wasp. Taking it right up. If I can dice up this brush pile, I'm gonna catch one from here. It's kind of a risky cast. Perfect cast. Might have spooked him. It was such a good cast. All right, well that wraps up the day of fishing today. Only caught one fish, fished 3 spots. So if you made it this far, thanks for watching the video. Please like the video if you did like the video. Other than that, I'm gonna keep being persistent with this fishing thing, and hopefully I'll start to catch some fish, man. Right now in Texas, in the middle of summer, it is hot and it is a struggle. So thank you guys for watching, appreciate it.